evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Greek ship Olympic departs from the dry dock at Duqm after its transformation to a giant crude oil tanker with high international quality specifications. Nizwa Hospital wins third position at the Middle East level in the field of patient safety. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth receives 24 investment requests for pisciculture projects worth more than 800 million Omani riyals. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Horacio Cartes of Paraguay on his country's National Day. The Greek ship Olympic departed from the dry dock at Duqm after its transformation to a giant crude oil tanker with high international quality specifications. This is the sixth consecutive ship which the dry dock completed the task of successfully reshaping as part of a commercial deal with global Greek company. The dry dock is considered as the second biggest facility of its kind in the Middle East and North Africa. The project, with the participation of 300 workers, engineers and technicians in various fields, used more than 222 tons of steel, keeping with high standards of security and safety environment. Nizwa Referral Hospital in the Governorate of Dakhliya was able to gain the third position at the Middle East level in the field of patient safety, to be the first governmental hospital to achieve this position. The achievement, which was achieved by attaining the hospital with the World Health Organization certificate, came due to the efforts exerted by the employees in the hospital during the previous years, with the support and continuous support of the Ministry of Health. New investment projects in the field of pisciculture, most of which will be implemented during the current 5-year plan, 2016 to 2020. This was stressed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth. The ministry clarified in a report that it has 24 requests in various stages of agreements to implement projects involving private sector companies and institutions, where the expected total production could reach more than 290 tons annually at a value of 730 million Omani riyals. It also pointed out that the total cost of these projects exceeded 852 million Omani riyals, which will contribute in achieving 7.8 million Omani riyals every year as direct income to the economy, and will provide 13,000 new job opportunities. Discussing military cooperation fields between the Sultanate and the United Kingdom, topped at the meeting of His Excellency Syed Badr bin Saud bin Harab Al Busaidi, the Minister responsible of Defence Affairs, and Major General Stuart Betch, Chief of Staff of British Defence in London. His Excellency also met Lord Ashtor, the trade envoy from the British Prime Minister. During the meeting, they reviewed good bilateral relations and exchanged point of views in matters of common concern. The meeting was attended by Air Vice Marshal Matar bin Ali bin Obaidani, Commander of Royal Air Force of Oman. A number of institutions in the Sultanate were exposed to hackers by Fidya viruses. The National Centre for Information Security pointed out that the damages were analysed and steps were taken to eliminate the viruses. In addition, to take precautionary steps to avoid other institutions being affected by Fidya viruses. Previously, the authorities sent security alerts about the programs. It also cautioned the institutions to take precautionary procedures with continuous follow-ups for protection from the virus. Still to come in our news bulletin. To embody the students' talents in drawing and colouring, a fine arts exhibition is inaugurated in the Governorate of North Sharqiya.
يقولون اللحظات الجميلة لا تعوض، يقولون الزمن لا يتوقف. ويقولون ما ذهب لن يعود، ولكن مع OSN حتماً ستحصل عليها جميعها. تحكم بمشاهدة برامجك التي تحب.
Well, this should be good.
اكتشف المزيد على osn.com/moments.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. At a cost of around $500,000 Omani Rials, the new building of Omani Women's Association was opened in the Wilaya of Shuwaik in the Governorate of North Batna. The building, which is built in an area of 5,800 square meters, will contribute in strengthening the social and cultural activities of women in the Wilaya. The opening ceremony included a number of activities such as speeches and films on the importance of the new building in increasing the women's activities and programs in the Wilaya. The new building will include a theatre, a library and a number of classrooms for training and teaching, in addition to other important facilities. The opening ceremony was held under the auspice of His Excellency Ahmed bin Abdul Al-Shahi, Minister of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources. With the aim of attracting local and international investments and strengthening sources of income in the Sultanate, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry seeks to encourage industry and tourism conferences by urging various public and private establishments to organize and host conferences and seminars in the Sultanate. The Ministry affirmed that the Sultanate accords a great importance on this type of tourism, which contributes in transferring knowledge and professional practices. The Sultanate also seeks to improve this type of industry as it is considered an important factor in building relations among countries and promoting national industries. Sultan Qaboos University obtained a new patent from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The new patent is the 9th that the SQU achieved, and it represents in trielectroid structure to remove ions in the water desalination process. This comes within the chair of nano research that is financed by the Research Council. Within the framework of corporate social responsibility of private sector establishments towards the local community, Omani Women's Association in the Wilaya of Mahud celebrated the inauguration of a training workshop which aims at providing women in the Wilaya with the skills and how to deal with the modern cooking equipment. The workshop, which coincides with the advent of the holy month of Ramadan, aims to focus on the quality of preparing various meals during the holy month. With the aim of strengthening creativity skills of students excelled in fine arts, a fine art exhibition was opened at the premise of the Ministry of Education. The exhibition, organized by the Directorate General of Education in the Governorate of North Sharqiya, included a number of artistic paintings that embodied student talents and skills in drawing and coloring. The inauguration ceremony of the exhibition included poem recitation by the excelled students. The students showed a great skill in the art of shadowing in their works. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas overlooking the Sea of Oman, with chances of scattered rainfall, occasionally thunder showers. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be north to northeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Greek ship Olympic departs from the dry dock at Duqm after its transformation to a giant crude oil tanker with high international quality specifications. Niswa Hospital wins third position at the Middle East level in the field of patient safety. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth receives 24 investment requests for pisciculture projects worth more than 800 million Omani riyals. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsrooms and the studio, it's good night.